Okay. All right. As we go through procedures of the RV, we would just like to show you just the simple steps of hooking up the stabilizer to the vehicle, and then we'll show you the steps to hook it up to the trailer. We'll take our pin out, we'll lift it up, slide it in. We will match up the holes and then slide the pin in as such, which will keep it stable inside the vehicle. We'll want to pull out the stabilizer rods, poles, as we back it up towards the trailer. Okay, what we have here is there's these. It's an automatic up and down power. Your retraction and your extension. These are your lights for this bulb here at night. Just make sure up and down. And so I'm extending it high so it makes sure I'm clear enough above the bulb before I back into it. That's it. Ready? Okay, now we're going to lower the trailer onto the ball and receiver. Okay, once you can tell that it's laying down flat, you want to make sure that your latch here is fully back to retrieve the tongue as it goes onto the ball. If it's we're in place, this will slide into place. You take your clip pin and put it through there to secure it so it doesn't come out during travel. Then we have our tow chains, which is attached. You want to take it above the stabilizer bars and hook it up to the back of your receiver on both sides, and so. Then we have the trailer brake cable. This cable is designed to be hooked right by your other chain, and that's designed that if any time that this comes off, this separation from the vehicle, this will pull tight against trailer brakes and engage the brakes on the trailer to have the trailer to complete stop by itself. Then you have your 6-prong on the top here, usually is where they're designed to, and slide it into your plug as such, like that. Make sure it's in fully all the way. You've just completed your hookup to your receiver. Now, to make it easier to put these your receiver on top of your brace, you would like to remove your clips, put them up top so we don't lose them. And then, come here. This is the tool that we use to help us take the receiver and put it into place on the poles. What we do is we take this top here, across here, and put it like that, lift up to slide in. Take your holding clip down, take clip underneath, and you're completed on that side, and also proceed to do the same thing on the other side. Now we're going to lift up the trailer. We have a black tape mark here. Just bring that up to the bottom, up top, and then stop so you don't go too far. That's good. This is where both tanks of the propane is located. You just take the cover off just like that, no straps or anything. You've turned this on, which we have turned on at this point for this full tank. This is the backup. This is your lever. Straight up is bolt all of them off. This way is for this tank, the other way, so forth, is on that side. So, and then there's a green indicator in there to let you know how it's still full. When it starts to disappear, to go red, you know you're really low on propane. Then just open this up, close this off, turn that over on the other side. Then all you have to do is grab the cover, slide it down, and you're good. Now we're going to explain how to level the trailer when we are at a trailer park or so forth. As the procedure we just got done through, of course, you'll re-step that step of reverse as far as putting a block or a piece of wood underneath, lower it down to lift the weight off. When you unhook all of your safety chains and your power cord, and then when you start to lift it up, just make sure before you do, you pull this pin, pull that back into this position to release the tongue, and then so it'll release it off of the main trailer stabilizer. Okay. We're going to just show where all of the things are at to help to level the trailer. We have a leveler with a ball in it to indicate on so forth on this side that will stabilize from the front and the back. Just make sure it's across the line as you're figuring out where it is. Take just this particular line, that will give you your left and right. So we'll have that right here for you. This is the manual wrench for the stabilizer hinges that will come down. There's 2 on the back, 2 in the front. We have to lift up if you needed. If you're on unstable ground, then there's some boards here that we have put in here. They're on this side, so you can put underneath your wheel to roll your trailer up on it to help you keep that level from left to right. Once you get that level to that point, then to stabilize the trailer to prevent it from rocking, then you'll want to adjust these after you have it on your blocks and leveled as close as you can that way. And then we'll use this wrench here, go down, we'll take one of these blocks here just to kind of put it down to help it, and on each side go down like that, and do that on all 4 sides. Okay, now we have our chuck blocks. These are for once you get everything in place, put these in the groove of the tires in the front and back on both sides to help the trailer from rolling back and forth. Just an safety precaution at that point. That's good. The other accessories that are in this box is first, just your 45 for your sewer dump. The hose that connects to this is, as I've said previous, that was in the back bumper on the driver's side. You can't get it to the side because it's on the other side. So when you're staying at an RV place, just click that. That will slide right into there. It's just an elbow connector to your water on the other side. And let's walk over here and explain how to hook up the water hose to an RV park at this point. The hose and power cords are all, and the reduction to the generator is located on this side, on the driver's side front travel compartment. This is the hose, and what we'll do with that, we'll hook it up where it says city water connection. We'll take it and hook this up just like this, and just make it snug. It doesn't have to be real tight, just kind of a hand snug like that. And on this side, and be cautious. Remember, this is very important. When you are hooking up to an RV, the pressure is fairly high. So we bought a new depressurized reducer to where that you'll put this end in the main hose and screw that into the main faucet where the water supply comes out to the RV park. What this does is it reduces the pressure through the lines so it will not blow the lines in the trailer. If it does, you've got a mess on your hands. So just make sure you get this reduction pressure on your hose if you're to an RV park, and you'll escape that problem. This is one thing that I believe that we probably won't use, but this is familiar, that probably just comes down out of here, just an elbow, but this is fine just as it is. Okay, for dry camping, what we have to fill the 80-gallon tank, which this is a nice trailer because very seldom do you have an 80-gallon freshwater tank. Normally you have 40. But you just undo that cap, take your hose that you have from the trailer and put it in here and hook it up to a water supply wherever it is to fill your tank up. Okay, and what it'll do is there's a water spout, it'll overflow, will come out right here. Don't walk away from it. Make sure that you have your eyes on that at all times, because the water that's going in is going to fill it up a lot faster than what it's going to pour out, so it can expand and blow. So just make sure that you have that and watch that at all times. You can also indicate it on the inside on a panel that we will later show you of how full everything is in your trailer, including your fresh water. Okay, with these keys, this key will open up and lock the deadbolt to the door and all of your exterior doors for your luggage. The black key is for the shower only. So you open that up, and for your outside shower, of course, you can take that out, hot, cold, and on and off on the shower head. Stop. Okay, earlier I was saying about the clean out hose for the black water, the sewage, and also the gray water. This is where it's located. You pull it out, it extends out pretty far, about 10 feet. But to hook this up, you'll turn your cap, put it down, put it back in the same position. Here's some little levers right here. Lock it into place. Pull this hose out to where you want to in the RV park. You can pull it out and use the angle 45 that we have in that compartment in the box. That will go down right into the sewer dump, to the RV park. When you want to clean it, and it's the great thing is if you're staying at the park last, then that'd be a good time to flush it all out. Once you have this hooked up, you have your gray water, which will be your sink water and your shower water. The black water is your sewage from your toilet. The good thing is to remember is that you want to pull the black water first. Get that all out first, and then rinse that through your gray water, which is your bath water and sink. This is your clean out for your sewage, your black water. You want to take your hose, you want to hook it up to here, turn on the water, and what that does is it helps to flush out the tank at the same time and to flush it out the hose. That's where the flush out is. Okay, that's it. Once it's all flushed out, remember to push your handles back in when they're out. When you unload it, push them back in, then go ahead and release. Okay, that's good. Put your cover back on and then lock it into place. That's just a little bit tight fit. You know how these grooves right here on the corner, make sure that fits in there, because that's not going to turn once you get that in there. It'll fit in across here, just enough to put back in there in your cap and push it on. You're good. Okay, grab your power cord that is in the front, that where all of them are. Come back here where it's located. This is where your refrigerator vent is. You want to make sure that your groove here on the L shape matches there, and it's on the bottom. So it comes out straight down. Push that in. You got a little tighten it with your get there. Be careful that sometimes it's easy to strip. You know, just kind of work with it. It's plastic, but that just kind of helps it in place. If you can't get it, and if you want to just put that inside just like that and leave it loose, that's fine, because that holds that pretty good. Okay. This is the side that you will plug into your RV unit. We do have a size down, which can go plug in and use just a normal extension cord. If you're going to plug this into a 20 amp instead of a 30 amp. But for the 30 amp is mainly for your RV places. This is just the extension that you can put onto that to the main power if you have to have it longer. Especially what you want to use that for is for the generator to keep it a little bit further away from your trailer. This is the converter into that. Your 3-prong that will go into here. And then this circular prong will fit into your generator, which we will show here in a moment. Okay. So with this extension that goes to the plug to your trailer, got your L little shape here. And you want to make sure the same connection, push it in, get a little turn, so it will lock into place. The generator, it only needs to be used for your hair blow dryer, your microwave, and your AC. That's all you'll need it for. This is how you can start it. Push it up, on. That's this is the choke. That's putting it on to start it. And then you pull it, turn it off. Let's do it again. There you go. Turn it off. That's good. All right. What I like about these stairs is it's very easy. This door is it sticks because that's this safety to where that it'll stay into place for you. You take this blue lever and you pull it out to release it from the inside of the door to pull down your stairs. Make sure before you take the lining brackets that this is fully down. Why I say that is if it's not fully down, your door will jam into that and will not let it close, all right? So once it's down, we have levers right here and right there. Hit that lever, just let it hit the ground, and that's good. On the other side, same thing. You're set, ready to go. Okay, to extend the awning, this is the awning button, in and out. All you have to do is push it out and it'll start coming out automatically. Then when that little tag there falls down to the bottom, about like that, that's when you stop. Now on this awning, you can pull down on both sides of these to give you more of a slope on your awning if needs be to have the rain or so forth, and that's fine. And this is the button just to retract, to put it in. For the AC here, you have your heat, your off, just your fan and cool when you're hooked up to power or your generator. This is just auto for your high. If you want it high, low, high or low is for your fan or your heat. So if you want to put it on just auto that's fine, and that's off, that's on if you want to adjust it personally. Okay. Fridge. Be mindful of where you set your mode. There's these options here. You push that A, and right there is your power cord. A means auto. If you're not hooked up to power, it will automatically shift to this teardrop, which is your gas. This is your temperature, that how cold you want it. 5 means the coldest, so forth, down for your fridge. This is your freezer. It will take at least 8 hours to cool to what you want to be, something to be frozen in there. And of course, plenty of space for your food in your fridge. As you can hear it, you can hear down at the bottom of the fridge, you can hear that if this green light's on, that means that it is on. If it's on power, it will go red if it's not working, especially indicating when you're on gas. But you can hear the flame, and that gives you an indication that it is working properly and you got gas going to the fridge. This is your microwave, of course, only by generator or AC power, and clock setting, and then your fridge, your stove, and this is your click for it, and then your gas. It shows on and so forth on your burners there, and then just turn it off. Make sure this is lifted up. Make sure that it is cool before you put this back onto the stove, so we can preserve the stickers to remind everybody, about the safety and danger precautions of the unit. This is your standard GFI by the fridge power cord. This right here indicates when you push this button, it says battery. When you are just running off battery, it will show full to empty. Your fresh water is empty at this moment, but if you have it full, that's that switch. Your black water is your sewage, and your gray water is your shower and sink. On here, make note that the electric can only be turned on when you're hooked to power. When you are using LP gas to heat your water heater, then you want to push that on, and that default will come off once it's lit. Do not put both these on at the same time. It will blow something in the control panel, and that can be very costly. So make sure that whatever system you're on, if you're on electric, use electric. Make sure that you're not on electric if you're going to use gas. This is your water pump right there that will, when you're dry camping, you turn that on to pressurize the system to run your water wherever you have it, in your shower and so forth.